Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Isaac of AllStar Lifestyle. Young Vicious Tiger sticking our face into this world. Sorry about everybody who was on the last live. I'm not sure what was going on with everything that's happening. I hope the connection is better now. Let me know if y'all can hear me better. We in this motherfucker, we doing the thing. I see y'all in the building. Go ahead, get the likes up. Subscribe if y'all new to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and get into the topic. I'm gonna allow people to come in real quick. It's not gonna be here too long. We gotta be somewhere later tonight. And you know what I'm saying, after this, we will have a lot more lives later. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. Thank y'all for taking the time out to come in. It's better now? I get money. I'm gonna give people a second, probably like a couple minutes, and then woo! Say less. And my pockets is a grip. And government like me cause I'm lit. That shit young up on my whole way. I was just gonna share a whole place. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and get to it, cause I can't be wasting too much time for a lot of people to come in and shit like that. Anyways, boom, what's going on, y'all? Listen. Like I was saying before, it's just 3 ways to not succumb to the world and become a winner. You got to send me that schedule. I got you, bro. I got you. Thank you for reminding me. I'll be everywhere and anywhere, to be honest with you. But I got you though. But anyway, so I want to go ahead and get into this thing because I made a video and it's out right now, and it's called Rise Above Your Potential or Succumb to the World, right? Most people want to stay within a potential, and staying in a potential means staying in a belief that you think you can do something and be something. Most people actually like the feeling of having potential. Like, I want to be a 1%er. I want to be a man. I want to be an AllStar. I want to be the guy holding the trophy in the world. But they want to know how that feels, rather than be the person who actually makes sacrifices, who introspects, who goes out to the world head first, who experiences, who has action, who is decisive, who's took losses, but the losses are the wins, who's had the wins, but then went back shooting in the gym when the time was gonna happen. Listen, it takes true and strong, tremendous sacrifice when you want to rise above potential. It takes sacrifice to be a winner of this world. You have to separate yourself from the pack. I've talked about this before, and I'm gonna say this again. Find your identity within the community, right? Because if you don't know yourself within a place of where you are, you will never get to know who you are or be around others or attract the audience for whatever you want to put out into this world, all right? I see 7 people in the building. If you know, like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. We in this motherfucker. What's up? What's going on, April? How you doing today? But okay, let's go ahead and get into the 3 ways. And number one is going to be hablar en español, decir a vacas mexicano que traes. What's up, man? ¿Cómo estás? All right, so number 1, right? I'm going to keep this shit as simple as possible, y'all, because I can get real in depth with everything that I'm saying. Salute to everybody coming in. Get the likes up, subscribe to everything, you know what I'm saying? I can get real in depth, but I want to keep this as basic as possible for everybody, right? Because it's not, I don't even want to say easy. It's easy, but it takes time. And when things take time, people think that that's not easy. Things are supposed to be progressive in life. If it's you're regressing, then obviously you're doing something wrong, and whatever the case is, okay? So number 1, to rise above your potential and to become a winner in this world and not succumb to the world is acknowledge yourself, all right? Listen, once you acknowledge yourself and you acknowledge your greatness, presence, you acknowledge that you're a winner, an all-star champion. Not in the sense of like, oh yeah, I'm entitled to win. No, it's just to acknowledge your existence. Like, acknowledge who you are. Once you acknowledge who you are, you have that step to embrace everything that comes. Maybe your quirks, your personality, how you talk, how you speak, how you move, the things that you like, maybe trends that you like, the things that you favored in this world. You have to capitalize on those things, acknowledge that part. Because people don't want to acknowledge what those quirks or who they are, because they think that could be cringe or lame to the outside world, bro. The outside world is only the world of people who want to succumb to the world. So once you take in the rules that they choose, you choose the part where you succumb to the world, because that's what they all are. And that's the thing, like most people follow trends and they think the trends is cool, which some trends are cool, but those trends right there is like is the actual part where you succumb to the world. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. I think trends are feminine. And it's not in the sense of where it's like it's bad to be a part of a trend or, you know, to enjoy a trend. It's not wrong with that. But if y'all notice that a lot of trends they fluctuate. It's here and then it's gone. It's here, then it's gone. It's here, then it's gone. It's like the same thing that happens. But like a trendsetter, the person who created the trend, a person who creates trends going further and impacts the world, that's a more masculine way and thing to do. Because once you acknowledge yourself and accept yourself, embrace those parts of you, you become a trendsetter. Woo, shit. Get the lights up. But I'm saying, oh man, that should have been the fucking title right there. I like that a lot. But you see, people who rise above their potential. Let me take myself for example. I'm creating a trend. I'm making a trend. I've told myself the fresh new look for Latinos. Or if you see people like the originators, maybe like how Ye with his music, or maybe how like Romeo Santos with his music. He became a trendsetter because he followed and he accepted his path. Like he was like, this is my way, and I'm gonna make sure that this way is the way to go. Be the fucking trailblazer. But you can't be it, right? Because that sounds so hard. But again, it's not easier said than done. It's done easier than said. The only thing that separates with the first step, like I said, is to acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge the person in front of you. I know a lot of people are like, but I look like my family. But, you know, I look like my mom. I'm around like a family. I can only think like them. I don't know how to get myself outside of this box. I don't know who I am. I'm kind of lost in the world, so I fit in everywhere. I understand that. Listen, there's been times where everybody has been there. And if you're there right now, what you can do is to just take a moment instead of focusing on, I don't know who I am. Ask yourself, why don't I know who I am? Like, why am I continuously giving the energy to the thoughts that are showing me external things? Because here's another part right there. Even when you keep continuing to give energy to the thoughts that are saying that you are lost, that I don't know myself, I don't know where to go, I'm lost, I'm following the pack. Once you do that, you're actually succumbing to the world, because the world is actually the trend, right? The society is a trend. So that's the thing. It's like you're trying to, and it's crazy because most people are very doubtful. And if you have a direction in this world, you actually separate yourself from like at least 99% of people. I said this in the last live. I was saying that that being authentic and having a direction and confident in the world that's polarizing, because people don't have their own. You know, this is why women love men who lead, because they have a sense of direction. People may think it's just dating. No, this is because I have a sense of direction already with myself. I know I know where I want to go. I know why I want to go there, and I know why I want to bring you with me. And I know why I'm talking to you and choosing you to come enjoy company with me. All of that right there, that little spitting that shit, that's because I have a direction of myself. I'm a trendsetter. I think I might change to that title. That shit kind of go hard, but I ain't gonna lie. I love like trendsetting and shit like that. Trailblazing is really at its finest, but everything comes back to the root of acknowledgement of self. You have to acknowledge yourself in order to create this path. Now, I do have that. Well, I didn't write this down right here because, you know, we fresh off the press. You know how we move. But another thing with that is like having a mentor is good. But eventually, even with having a mentor, you're going to be like, fuck them, basically. Like, cause you learn it and you can still continue to learn it, but you like, hold on, I see what you're saying. And it's not like I'm ending myself of learning, but sometimes you learn from a certain mentor, you rise above that to get to another part of a mentorship. And that's what happened to me. Continuously, like I learn, and now there's another part for me to learn. You know, I get to teach, and then there's another part for me to teach from somebody else who rises above to the next level that I got to. It's like new levels, next levels that you got to keep continuously going. There's nothing wrong with having the same mentor, but at the same, it's just like you learn. It's so beautiful, bro. It's such a beautiful progress, man. But number 2 of 3 ways to become a winner, 3 ways to be a trendsetter, 3 ways to rise above your potential, is to never let an opportunity slip out of your palm and always act on your instincts, bro. Always. Like, okay. Most people you see out in this world who are winning, most people that's making movements, most people, yeah, exactly. We are evolution. This is what we talk about. This is what it is. But most people who set the tone and set the standard for the next level, the next generation, or for the moment right now that's happening in this future, because, you know, your future is your present. Everything that we choose and decide to do is exactly what's going to get us to the next step in 2 months, tomorrow, in 3 weeks, in 9 months. Like this is just what happens. Easy example. You get a girl pregnant, 9 months later, what happened? What happened in that moment? You fucked. You came inside of her. So then what happened? Your future became your present. And people don't even see that part. That shit, but it's the same thing with other decisions that happen, right? But anyways, I say always act on your instincts. Because again, once you accept yourself, you start to embrace yourself, and then you trust yourself. And within that part of acceptance, so then whatever vision comes to mind, you have to act on it as easy as just grabbing this book. You can't allow a vision or an idea to slip away from your palm. You're supposed to grab that shit. That's why I say sink your fangs into this world. Move with no hesitation and forward thinking only. Because forwardness is the direction of winners. Forwardness is the direction of rising above your potential. There is only one way, and the way is forward. That doesn't mean that there ain't gonna be no challenges. That's not gonna mean that ain't gonna mean there's different shit that's gonna happen in your life. That's not gonna mean you're not gonna have to learn shit, introspect, and reflect. Hell no. But what I'm saying is that if you give yourself any time to rest, to not look around or not grab what's in front of you, the opportunity, whether that's with a woman, there's a hesitation, whether that's going on a stage, whether that's creating a name for yourself. Because sometimes I remember before, like, I was in a room with a whole bunch of creators, and I'm a performer recording artist. And I remember they were all, who wants to get on stage and perform? Or like, we got a slot for 5 minutes. We can let anybody perform. You know, obviously they did it twice. The first time I just came into there, but people were scared to go into it. So I was like, oh shit, okay. Second time it happened, I got straight up on there. I went to the mic and I made a name for myself. And then boom, I ended up creating new connections. Boom, I ended up, you know, making music with different other people, getting the fan base, people seeing my name over here. I ended up having a tour like 3 months later. These things happen because I acted on an instinct. And here's the thing too. It's always that first thought, that first initial step and thought that comes into your mind. Like the one that's the most scariest, quote unquote, that is actually the one that you need to take in. That's the one that's actually moving you towards what you need to do, because you know that's what you really want to do. But you've been programming yourself because you succumb to the world to think that one thought, the one that we talk about, the direction moving forward, is the scary one. You program that to be, oh, that's scary. That's not part of the trend. That is not the world. That is different. So once you flip the thinking, because you know you have the power to choose your thinking. So once you flip the thinking to being like, wait, hold on, this is actually what the trend requires. If I want to create a trend in this world, if I want to win, be a winner, and rise above my potential, then I have to do that. Then I have to go onto the thing that comes to me naturally. Because you know what always comes naturally is because what comes naturally is always those first initial thoughts. Have y'all ever thought about that shit for real? Put some stars in the chat. Put some stars in the chat. Tyler King, good to see you. SSGJ, my bros, good to see you, bro. If y'all ever notice, bro, the most natural things that are in this life that comes to people's mind is always that first fucking thought. Imagine that, bro. Imagine that. But why has that been the thing that people are afraid to go towards. I see y'all with the stars. And now that is a conversation for another time, because obviously there's a program. Obviously there's things you could have took up from the family, like we talked about before. But again, whoo, that was crazy. The most natural ones, the most natural thoughts people have are the most rawest and ones that people really need to act on their instincts, which they know, but you know, sometimes it just be like that. So that goes into number 3. Is trust yourself 1000%, sound crazy, and stay true to your ideas. Nobody in this world, everybody who has something that breaks an algorithm or is polarizing has always had an original thought. Original thoughts come from the acceptance of self. Remember, we talked about that. And it comes from acting on your instincts and then to trust yourself. Because what you think about is original. I created AllStar Lifestyle because stars have always been in my life. You see the star that I had. I've always been into it. I think since like 6th grade or 5th grade, I've always put a star at the end of my signature every time I sign my name, even to this day. But showing that is that this is original. Nobody is doing the AllStar shit. No one is saying AllStar Lifestyle. And if they saying AllStar, they ain't saying it the way I'm saying it. They're not showing the vision out there. They're not giving out the ideas I'm giving, because there's originality to it. There's actually authenticity. And I came from that because I embraced that. I love this part. I love fucking stars. I love these things. We're going to get into so much in the future. But I love these things. So I made it a step for myself. And I align with stardom. I align with stars. I align with AllStar Lifestyle. That becomes an original thing. People at first could have been like, excuse me. People at first could have been like, AllStar Lifestyle, like, what the fuck? Whatever. I had, some people even in the past that just didn't see the vision, but it's not for them to see the vision. Because here's the thing. Again, we talked about don't succumb to the world. The world, actually I've been thinking about this real heavy lately. The world will see something that's new and polarizing. They will be a little off put by it. And then they'll kind of just be waiting in the back to see who likes like this. They'll be like, she's starting to like it. Okay, he's starting to like it. Okay, hold on, AllStar Lifestyle is fire. But this is how people think, because they're even scared to actually show that they like something. So that's why I say, even trusting it, bro. Stand on the shit that you like, bro. Stand on the shit that you want to embrace into this world. It don't matter what he, she, or them say. It don't fucking matter. If I like this song, then I fucking like that song. Alright? If I like this style, I like that style. 7 people in the building. Go ahead, get a like, subscribe if y'all new. Isaac AllStar Lifestyle. But I'm saying is that stand on everything. Because that right there becomes polarizing already. Because you're showing you have trust within your opinion. You have trust in your voice. A lot of people don't have trust in their voice. Trusting in yourself is the best thing you can do. I don't care how crazy you sound. You come out with a new sound, you come out with a new look, you come out with a new flavor, your new swag. That's the whole point. On a real scale, we're all just simple drops in this world, though. You know what I mean? We're all simple drops in the big world of an ocean. But guess what? If you're a drop in this world and you're just a drop in the ocean, are you just going to be and conform to what the color of the ocean is going to be? Or are you going to be your own drop in this world? That's the power that we can have in that moment. Because we're all just specks, but what makes the speck it? What requires the speck? Hold on, just like I showed in the beginning, bro. If we're in this world and we're just these things, what can we be if we're just the world? Should I just be this? Should I be a continent? Should I be the sea? Or should I be the one holding the world in my hands, bro? And that's the thing. You have the power to do that. You can be a speck, but that don't mean nothing. Because even the speck can be the biggest speck in the world. With your decision, with your power, with you owning it. Your friend says the world will reflect their own fears onto you to doubt you. Jay says facts. Yeah, bro. I mean, that's the best part. Because if you don't have any pushback or you don't have people fucking with it right away, you're doing something good. Because if they fuck with it right away, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because I got people that fuck with my shit right away. That's cool. But at the same time, if you get heavy people, there could be, you are trying to use a part of a trend for something. Again, we can incorporate trends into our own unique things. You can do that when rising above your potential. But again, going back to the thing is, this is a reason to become a winner, to rise above your potential and to transcend. Is because if you trust in yourself, there's nobody that can't tell you shit. I couldn't tell you nothing. I wouldn't even want to tell somebody who's holding on to their own vision nothing. Because it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them and their belief. And if you let somebody sway you, you're not ready yet. You have to be concrete. It's going to sound wild. I don't give a fuck. You got to do that shit, regardless of what anyone thinks or say. Now, I know that's number 3, but you know, I love bonuses. So I do got a number 4. And this one, I say this one for last for a reason. To rise above and to be a winner and not succumb to people or to the world is to stop listening to people who aren't executing. Stop listening to people who aren't doing what they say. Stop listening to people who are fickle, who depend on their emotions. If you have a plan, make sure you execute on the plan. Stop listening to people who are older than you and they're not executing. If you want success or you want confidence, you want to grow, you want something in your life, stop listening to people who say that they're older and being like, oh yeah, but I got the wisdom, or like, you gotta listen to me, you know, young man, listen to an older man. Nah, man, I don't want to listen to you, and I don't care to listen to you. You're not living the shit that you say. You're only saying these things to me because you regret the shit that you've done. I have a video that I had a long time that I put out. Now people get to like, subscribe. I had a video that I had. It's called "I'm Not Gonna Be What You Wish You Had." I'm not gonna be your regrets. Because you failed to be financially free, you failed to have confidence, you failed to talk to that woman, you failed to be confident and do whatever you want. Because you have regrets doesn't mean that you need to give me some type of advice. I don't care about your advice. Stop giving me advice. You know, it's like, how can you give advice? Like it's really breaking my brain. I don't even know how to take advice from people that I'm gaining more traction and doing more in life. And that's with all love and respect. Because if I'm the heights that I'm reaching, things that I'm going, not even externally, but in myself, the way I move, the actual confidence that I can bring. Why do you think I should listen to you? Because you're older? Stop listening to people who are older and think that they have the shit going on, but they don't. But that doesn't mean do not keep listening to those who have it going on. And now I'm going to go to the other side is stop listening to family. Stop listening to friends. Stop listening to regular people on the internet unless they are achieving a certain success that you see, that you can hear, that you can relate to, and keep moving forward with that. Because I don't, bro. I get into a lot of things sometimes with like older people. They will say certain things to me like, oh, you don't got wisdom. Or you don't, X, Y, Z, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have experience. You should listen to these things. You should do these things. I hear y'all, but I'm not gonna listen to y'all because y'all not doing the same thing. I will listen to those who are above me and will give me advice that are actually living the things that they say they are. Because here's another thing. Here's another part of succumbing to the world. People give advice that they don't follow. I know y'all know that all the time, right? People always be like, you should practice what you preach. Or I'm gonna say these and I don't practice what I preach. They're saying it because they think that that is what they should do and they feel good to do it, but they don't back it up. They are succumbing to the world. Those are ways to succumb to the world. Hold on, Riley Moon says, I remember the time you had a huge one glass full of white slushy thing. You were doing things about how to know you just not that guy. Oh yeah, hey, appreciate you, Riley Moon. Yeah, for sure. Now this one is, see, I had to create a new life, but this one right here is 3 ways to become a winner and not succumb to the world. You know what I mean? Not this is what we talk about. We talk about frequent things. Shout out to you being here. Thank you for being here. But anyways, going back to everything though, which is that people aren't doing it. That's it. Point blank period. All right. People are not doing what they actually say. And it's a lot of people that's older. It's a lot of people that's younger. Younger people, I can understand because there's like, you still have a control in your life, But younger people are a lot more impressionable still somehow if you don't understand the world, you don't have much experience. So I can understand the impressionable part on them. But when it comes to people that's older and that's stuck in their ways and they try to give you advice on certain shit, stop listening to them, bro. Stop listening to them. Only listen to those you know that are backing up what they say, that are living the life that they say they are. Just like Jay just said, say what you mean and mean what you say. Everything else, because once you listen to them, you follow their advice, you succumb to it. And you don't even realize that because they're inconsistent with what they're saying, because you follow it, you become inconsistent with what they're saying, or you can even potentially rise above what they're saying. They're gonna be like, yeah, I gave you the game, or I showed you how to do it. I'm so proud of you. Like, bro, it's the whole time they rocking in their rocking chair in the porch, bro. I don't listen to those people. Stop listening to people that only believe in potential. I don't even believe in potential. I don't even, when I'm around people, I don't believe in potential, bro. Like, I only believe on strictly executing on what needs to be done. If we're going to create something, we're going to create it and do it, and we're going to be in it, and we're going to thrive and exude that motherfucker. I don't try to do shit. I don't exude nothing. I mean, I do exude stuff, but I don't try to do nothing. I don't try to be this winner. I don't do that. I don't believe that I have potential. I am more than potential. I already am potential. Like, once I came out as a kid, I became the potential. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole part of it. What does Kevin Durant says, bro, what? Believe in yourself. You got a huge ego. I probably do, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. But you know what? Hey, I'm glad that you said that, though. Thank you for saying that. I want to say this. You see what I'm saying? When you have real shit, you say things, and you rise above. We're talking about polarizing. You put your ideas out there. When you trust yourself, it sounds different from other people in the world that may not. Because people don't even know what does believe in yourself mean. That's the thing. They don't even know what that truly means. Because people, just like the saying, oh, just be yourself. Or believe in yourself. But what part of yourself are you trying to believe in? Or do believe in? Because, that's the thing, see? Succumbing to the world. Even those 3 words. If I say it, I know what I'm talking about, and I'll give the reasons, right? But if you're just saying it to say it, you're succumbing to the world. Because you say the right thing, this is over with. It's just over with, bro. That's all it is. But regardless of everything, y'all, firstly, like I said, we're going to go ahead and go over this one more time. 3 reasons, 3 ways to become a winner and not succumb to the world. 3 ways to rise above being average. 3 ways to rise above your potential. Number 1 is acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge who you are. Not in the sense of entitlement, as we spoke about before, but in the sense of, this is who I am, and I love this. I love me. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for what I am. I'm grateful for who I am. Ask the questions that we talked about before. Number 2 is act on your instincts and never let an opportunity slip on your hand. Always do what you do, and once you do it, make sure you stand on it, because everything aligns together. Number 3 is trust yourself 100%. You got to sound crazy. You got to stay true to your ideas. Because if you don't stay true to your ideas, you succumb to the world. That's why some of the best artists, the best people that ever spoken to this world, they have original thoughts, as we were saying. And people take the thoughts and they create it to be their own too. But that's what the whole point of trend setting is that they stay. You can tell that there's an authentic thing to them about how they move, talk, whatever the case is. And number 4 is stop listening to people who aren't executing or doing exactly what they say. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. So shout out to everybody. It's Isaac, AllStar Lifestyle. Unfortunately, this can't be a long live, but guess what? We're going to do some more lives for everybody. Shout out to everybody who's viewing this and everyone who's going to view it. I appreciate y'all for the views, taking the time out. Let's drop some stars in the chat. That's facts. If you don't trust yourself, how are you going to grow, and how is someone going to trust you? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what the best thing in life is really seeing people that are actually growing, bro, who are actually taking steps. And if you can't see quote unquote receipts, you can always hear how we talk or how we break things down, the experiences. It's not just for show. It is for show because I can bring it to light and I can bring it to show. But there's so much that goes behind it. So anyway, shout out to everybody. We out this motherfucking thing. Appreciate everybody. Let's go.